Have you ever felt like you're standing on one side of a chasm, looking across at the life you dream of, wondering how on earth to get there? What if that bridge isn't built with luck, innate talent, or some secret connection? What if the most powerful tool to forge that path is something you already possess, something you can start sharpening today? We're talking about mindset alchemy, the art of transforming your thinking to unlock the doors to what many call the top 1%. Forget the hype. This is about understanding the real, profound shifts in perception and habit that distinguish extraordinary achievement from everyday existence. Are you ready to become the alchemist of your own life? When I say 1%, I'm not just talking about financial wealth, though that can certainly be a byproduct. I'm talking about the 1% of individuals who operate at their peak potential, who live with profound purpose, who achieve extraordinary things in their chosen fields, and who cultivate deep fulfillment. It's a broader definition of success, one that encompasses impact, resilience, and relentless growth. For years, I've been fascinated by what truly sets these high achievers apart. Is it some predetermined destiny? Some rare innate talent? My deep dive and what I've observed in countless examples all point to something far more democratic and empowering: their mindset. It's the internal operating system they've meticulously programmed. It's how they interpret the world, how they approach challenges, and the choices they make, not just on big decision days, but in the quiet, unglamorous moments of every single day. This isn't about being born different. It's about thinking differently and, crucially, acting on those thoughts. One of the biggest illusions holding people back is the talent trap. We see someone excel and instinctively think, wow, they're a genius, or they were born for this. While natural aptitudes exist, they are vastly overrated as the primary driver of long-term success. As a society, we're obsessed with talent, but we often overlook a far more potent force: consistency. Think about it. How many talented people do you know who never reach their potential? Talent might get you noticed, but it's the relentless, often unglamorous dedication to showing up, especially when motivation flickers and fades, that truly carves the path to mastery. The 1% mindset understands this deeply. It's the discipline to do the work when no one is watching, when there's no immediate applause, when the only witness is your own commitment. It's easy to be enthusiastic when results are flowing, but can you sustain your output, your learning, your practice in the face of silence or setbacks? That's where the alchemy begins. It's choosing the mundane process over the myth of magical results. This brings us to a resource we all share equally: 24 hours in a day. Bill Gates has it, Elon Musk has it, the person you admire most has it, and so do you. The crucial difference lies in the intentionality brought to those hours. The 1% mindset doesn't passively let time slip by. They aren't sucked into the endless scroll of social media feeds or mindless digital diversions without conscious intent. This doesn't mean they don't relax or have leisure time, but it's often planned, purposeful leisure rather than an unconscious default. They treat their time as a precious, non-renewable resource. They are often masters of focused work, understanding that 1 hour of deep, uninterrupted concentration can yield more than a day of fragmented, distracted effort. What are you really doing with your 24 hours? Are your actions, hour by hour, aligned with who you want to become and the goals you want to achieve? This isn't about being a productivity robot. It's about making conscious choices that honor your aspirations. It's about recognizing that every yes to one thing is an implicit no to something else, and the 1% are very deliberate about what they say yes to. There's a universal truth the 1% mindset embraces almost as a sacred vow. Significant growth happens outside the comfort zone. Our brains are wired to seek comfort, safety, and predictability. But these things, while pleasant, are also hallmarks of stagnation. If you desire something you've never had, you must be willing to engage in actions you've never taken, to venture into territory that feels unfamiliar and, yes, uncomfortable. Most people, understandably, want the reward without the process, the success without the sacrifice. But the 1% mindset reframes this. The struggle isn't an unfortunate byproduct to be endured. It's the training ground. The challenges faced today are actively forging the resilience, wisdom, and character needed for tomorrow's bigger ambitions. It's like tempering steel. It requires the heat of the forge to gain its strength. They understand that the friction of difficulty is what polishes them. Let's talk about the Chinese bamboo tree, a story I find particularly illustrative of this long game perspective. When you plant a bamboo seed, you water it, you nurture it day in and day out. For the first year, nothing visible happens. The second year, same story. Third, fourth, still no sign of life above ground. It's a profound test of faith and patience. Many would give up, declare the seed dead, the effort wasted. But then, somewhere around that fifth year, magic happens. The bamboo shoot emerges from the ground and can shoot up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. How? For 5 long years, it was tirelessly building an extensive root system underground, an intricate, robust foundation capable of supporting its rapid, towering growth. This is precisely how the 1% mindset operates. You put in the effort, you maintain consistency, you learn and adapt, even when immediate results are invisible. You are building your roots, your skills, your knowledge, your network, your resilience. And when that foundation is solid, your overnight success, which was years in the making, can finally break through. It's this belief in the unseen process of growth that fuels their perseverance. Think of Harlan Sanders, who became the famous Colonel Sanders of KFC. His story is a masterclass in resilience. He didn't achieve widespread success until he was in his 60s. Before that, a string of failed ventures, a ferryboat business, an acetylene lamp manufacturing company, a tire business, another service station that failed during the Great Depression. He even developed his famous chicken recipe while running a roadside motel, which eventually closed when a new interstate highway bypassed it. At an age when most are contemplating retirement, often with little to show for his efforts, Sanders found himself with a small Social Security check and a chicken recipe. What did he do? Did he succumb to despair, lamenting his string of failures? Number he believed in his chicken. He hit the road, driving across the country, sleeping in his car, trying to franchise his recipe. Legend has it he was rejected over 1,000 times before he finally found his first franchisee. Imagine the mental fortitude that took. Each rejection could have been a full stop. But Sanders possessed that 1% mindset. He didn't see these rejections as a verdict on his worth or his product's potential. He saw them as obstacles to overcome. He had a clear vision, people enjoying his chicken, and an unshakable belief fueled by relentless action. His journey wasn't about avoiding failure. It was about outlasting it, learning from it, and maintaining an almost defiant optimism. That's the alchemy of adversity, turning setbacks into stepping stones through sheer grit and unwavering faith in the process. If consistency and resilience are the engine, then a clear vision is the rudder and the GPS. The 1% aren't just busy, they are purposefully busy. They have a well-defined picture of what they want to achieve, the life they aim to live, the impact they intend to make. This why is their North Star, guiding their choices and fueling their motivation when the path gets rocky and initial enthusiasm wanes. What do you truly want? Not what you think you should want or what others expect of you. This clarity doesn't always come easily. It often requires deep introspection, honest self-assessment, and the courage to admit your deepest desires. But without this internal compass, it's easy to be distracted by trivialities, discouraged by obstacles, or to drift aimlessly. The 1% invest the time to define and refine their vision because they understand its immense magnetic power. It pulls them forward through fear and doubt with a sense of purpose that transcends temporary discomfort. Hand in hand with vision comes radical ownership. The 1% mindset operates from a place of 100% responsibility. This doesn't mean they control everything that happens to them. Life is full of curveballs, but it does mean they take full responsibility for how they respond. No blame games, no pointing fingers at external circumstances or other people for their lack of progress. They understand that blame disempowers them. Instead, their internal dialogue is, okay, this is the situation. What can I do about it? This shift from a victim mentality to that of an empowered agent is critical. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. The responsibility for creating the life you desire rests squarely on your shoulders. And while that might sound daunting, it's also incredibly liberating because it means you hold the power to change your trajectory. So many people live in a state of waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity for all the stars to align. But the 1% understand a crucial truth. Perfect timing is an illusion. There is only now. They don't wait for ideal conditions. They act and create ideal conditions through their efforts. They have a bias for action. They experiment. They iterate. They learn by doing. They understand that motion creates opportunity. It is far better to take imperfect action towards your goals than to wait indefinitely for a perfection that will never arrive. This willingness to act, even in the face of uncertainty, even with the risk of making mistakes, is what propels them forward while others remain stuck in analysis paralysis or inactive hope. While financial success often accompanies the 1% mindset, it's rarely the sole or even primary driver for those who achieve holistic, fulfilling success. True wealth is multifaceted. It's about cultivating strong relationships, maintaining vibrant health, both physical and mental, pursuing lifelong learning, and contributing to something larger than oneself. The 1% strive for excellence not just in their careers, but in their roles as partners, parents, friends, and community members. They understand that an imbalanced life, where career success comes at the cost of health or broken relationships, isn't true success at all. They don't settle for good enough in the areas that truly matter. They aim to optimize their well-being and impact across the board. This holistic approach is what makes for a sustainable and deeply rewarding journey. This pursuit of holistic excellence is fueled by a commitment to continuous self-investment. The 1% recognize that they are their greatest asset. They invest time, energy, and resources into expanding their knowledge, honing their skills, nurturing their physical health, and strengthening their mental and emotional fortitude. This might be through reading, courses, mentorship, exercise, mindfulness practices, or any activity that contributes to their growth. This isn't a selfish act, it's a strategic imperative. A sharper mind makes better decisions, a healthier body possesses more energy and resilience, a well-developed emotional intelligence navigates challenges more effectively. They understand that the return on investment in oneself is exponential, laying the foundation for all other achievements. So we've journeyed through the core tenets of this transformative way of thinking: the power of process over innate talent, the alchemy of turning adversity into strength, the guiding light of a clear vision coupled with decisive action, and the pursuit of a holistic, enriched life through continuous self-investment. The truth is, this 1% mindset isn't some exclusive club with a velvet rope. It's a path, a discipline, a series of conscious choices available to anyone willing to commit. The journey won't always be comfortable. There will be moments of doubt, days filled with friction, but the profound transformation that occurs when you decide to become the alchemist of your own mind, to take radical responsibility for your actions and attitudes, is worth every bit of the effort. The ultimate takeaway here is this: the power to forge an extraordinary life lies not in the circumstances you encounter, but in the mindset you choose to cultivate. Stop waiting, start building. Take that first small intentional step today, and then another tomorrow. The 1% mindset is within your grasp. The only question left is, are you ready to reach out and make it your own?